everybody, Sarah Louise here. So I'm just going to wait for some of the live viewers to connect. So for those of you that do a live know that it takes a while for people to be notified that you're actually live. So I'm just going to wait patiently a couple of minutes until some people connect before I make a start, and then I'll start talking. So today's topic is going to be about Facebook Lives, and I'm just going to give some tips to help those of you that are wanting to do them or currently do them and need a few sort of helpful tips. So I'm just going to wait until some of the live viewers connect. Sometimes when I do them during the day I don't get as many viewers as I do in the evening, but this is going to be my last live of the day as I've got a very busy evening ahead of me, so I won't be on Facebook much after this now for the rest of the day. Hi Tyler. Hi Masood. So just going to wait for some more people to connect. Where are you two watching from? What countries are you watching from? I always like to know who my viewers are and where people are watching from. I'm very well, thank you. I'm feeling very full. I've just had a massive 13-inch pizza from Pizza Express delivered. I thought rather than cooking something I'll just get a takeaway. It's not really the healthiest of foods. And a big piece of cake. But tomorrow I'm actually starting a healthy eating detox because I'm going to Vegas in October, and then from Vegas I'm going on to Florida for both business and pleasure. So detox starts tomorrow, so I'm actually in good shape, ready for Vegas in October. So right, so I'll make a start. So for those of you that are connecting to today's live, I want to talk about Facebook Lives. So if you haven't yet done one, or you're doing them and you're still unsure as to what to be talking about or how best to connect with your lives, then I'm hopefully going to give you a few tips. This is just from my perspective. I don't claim to be an expert, but anything that I do that works for me or I've seen results with, I will always then pass back on to yourselves, and then it's always worth giving it a try. So if you haven't yet done a Facebook Live at all, I highly recommend that you do. But the thing is if you daren't do a live to start with, it's absolutely okay. You're better off recording a pre-recorded video and putting it up onto Facebook than you are going live and it not being good at all. Because you're going to feel nervous, unless you're super confident, which most people aren't. You're going to feel really nervous doing a live, and my first probably at least 6 lives, I found it felt like somebody put like a carry bag over my head and was suffocating me. I literally couldn't even swallow. I could hardly, my hands were like this under the camera, my phone was like this. It's so embarrassing when I think back. But you've got to just push through that comfort zone. So my advice would be, if you haven't yet done a live and you're wanting to get in front of the camera, at home, practice holding your phone in front of your face, quite clear, and I want you to just talk into your camera and record yourself for just like a minute or 2 minutes. Talk about just anything at all, because nobody else is going to see it apart from you. Just introduce yourself, say where you're from, just keep it to say like 1 or 2 minutes long, and then I want you to watch yourself back. You will even feel nervous recording to yourself even though no one else is going to see it. It's the weirdest feeling. You actually get nervous recording it even though no one else is going to see it, because you feel under pressure. And it's the pressure that you need to practice to getting over. So if you do this every single day, if you commit to recording yourself 7 times in a week, or at least 7 times over a week, but every single day, so you just hold the phone up quite near to your face, talk into the camera, record it, then I want you to watch yourself back. And don't be too harsh on yourself, because there's always room to improve. But I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to analyse yourself from somebody else's eyes and think, do you look petrified? Did you speak clear? What was your body language like? What areas do you need to improve on? Then I want you to delete that straight away. Then I want you to do another one and maybe talk about something else. Watch it back again. See if you're making the same things that you don't like, or see if they're actually improving. because every single time you do one, you will get better and better and better. Now, when you finally pluck up the courage to go live, I would say to upload a pre-recorded video first onto Facebook, because pre-recorded videos will still get good exposure. They're still on your Facebook profile. The only difference is people aren't notified that you've put the video up. It will just appear in people's news feeds. So instead of people saying like Sarah Louise is going live, it will just be Sarah Louise's video will appear in the news feed or will be on my timeline. But if you haven't got a really big audience to start with and you're just starting out, you're not going to have loads of people that need to be notified you're going live. So don't put pressure on yourself to think it's live or nothing. Start off, walking before you can run. So start off with a pre-recorded video. So people say to me they never really know what to talk about, but you have to tap into why you're doing it. Why are you even starting a business? Why are you even wanting to change your life? What are you wanting to achieve? What are you going to overcome? What are your struggles? Then when you tap into all of that, it's how can you take that and then help other people? So you'll always have lots and lots of things that you can talk about without just going like all about business. It's all about the benefits. But if you're not doing video on Facebook, you are missing out, because latest figures that have been released, 80% of the content on Facebook's news feeds are now video related, which is pre-recorded videos and Facebook lives, but only 1% of the whole entire content uploaded on Facebook is video. So if you do the maths there, you can clearly see that if you actually put a video up or a Facebook live, you're much more likely to get into the news feed than you are if you're actually posting up a picture or a post. Now, although this video is all about Facebook lives and videos, I just want to quickly touch on the Facebook backgrounds, with the coloured backgrounds that you can add to your text. If you also use those to post, because it's a newish feature on Facebook, they're actually promoting that and exposing those more again on the newsfeed. So if you're a person that likes to do text posts, as long as you keep the characters 82 characters and no more, it will appear with the larger text and you can use the coloured background. But if you use emojis, they're classed as 2 characters, and a letter is classed as 1 character. So if you're wanting to have the coloured background, you need to abbreviate what you're talking about, and it's more like bullet point, like a catchy quote or something fairly small. Obviously, if you were going to write a lot, it would be like a longer post. But if you have a lot to say, I would always say add an attractive picture, because nobody's going to really look at your post if it's just all text. 1, it's boring. 2, it's not eye-catching enough. And 3, people just don't have the time. So this is why when I post, I do it with bullet points in emojis, because people can read it line for line for line, and it's colourful, it's catchy. So I always try to make my posts stand out, but that's just me. I'm not saying you have to add them. But if you were to look at somebody's with just plain text, and then one of mine with emojis on it and a picture underneath, you're always going to be drawn to the more colourful one, whether you're a man or a woman or any age. So you've got to think, when someone's scrolling through the timeline like this, what's going to make your post stand out compared to theirs? So you have to be colourful. This is when you think about a shop window. A shop window is always attractive, isn't it, to make you want to walk into the shop. So your posts have got to look attractive on the news feed, because it's not just your post that's on there, there's thousands of posts on there. So people, as you start to brand yourself and you've got your individuality, like mine is all about the black background, I'll always use emojis, I use lots of travel pictures, lifestyle pictures on my value posts. So that's my brand. I'm very, very consistent. So tap into what you want to have and then bring that into your posts. So now I'm going to go back to the Facebook Live, so I don't want to go off on one. So when you do come to do a Facebook video or a Facebook Live, if you do a pre-recorded Facebook video, I would always say that when you go to then post a video up, when you go to upload it, At the top, you want to do a bit like a synopsis. You know when you go to the cinema or you're going to watch a film on the TV and it'll give you a few lines to tell you what the film's about. So you don't have to start watching the film to see if you're going to enjoy it. You kind of see what it's about. You're much better off putting on the top of your video a little bit in like bullet point about what you're covering, because people are much more likely to click into it if it's something they want to hear, rather than just thinking like, oh, it's another video on Facebook. You want to be getting as many eyes on your content as possible, and by doing that you're getting the right eyes because it's something that's drawn them to it. So just 3 or 4 little lines. And again, if you're going to be doing videos on a regular basis, pick a hashtag that is going to be unique to you. So it can just be your name with something with a hashtag, if you've got your own little company name with a hashtag. But every time you do your lives, and I even say to do it on your posts, choose a hashtag that's just unique to you. I don't mean the company that you're with, not the franchise, not the brand. You, I mean, as in the brand. So mine is Success with Sarah Louise. On all of my videos it says Ladybox Lux Lives. And then obviously my travel pictures is Lux Laptop Lifestyle. So they're all connected to me, my brand. So if you click on my hashtags on my videos, it means then that it groups all my videos together. And this is what you want to be doing as well. So by using a hashtag, it has no relevance to the Facebook algorithm, but what it does do is it groups all your content together. So if somebody's enjoyed one of your videos, they can then click on the hashtag and it'll bring up all your videos, which means then they can then go and watch another one and another one and another one. And if people like what you have to say or want to find out more, they will go back and follow you. And Facebook stalk you, I can assure you. So it's a great way to keep all your content together, and it's so quick to do. Just get into the habit that every time you post a video or you do a Facebook Live, just have a hashtag, because you're branding yourself all the time. The more you brand yourself, the more professional you look, and then the more powerful you actually are. And again, it makes you stand out from the crowd. So once you move on to Facebook Lives, for those of you that haven't done a live yet or have, when you actually go to click the live button, it gives you the option to write a subtitle. Now, it's really important that you actually write something. You don't just go live without any content, because again, when this is appearing in people's news feeds to say Sarah Louise has gone live, they're much more likely to click on it and watch you if you've got an attractive title which says what you're talking about. So like today, you're all watching this because I've said I'm going to be talking about Facebook Lives. If I was talking about Instagram and you were using Instagram, chances are you wouldn't be watching this live today. So my point is you're getting the right eyes on your videos by attracting the right people with the title. Just like a newspaper, they use a catchy title to get people to buy the paper. It's exactly the same with like a Facebook Live. So you can even use emojis to make it colourful, and again, use your hashtag. You can always go back in afterwards, after you've uploaded the live then to your Facebook profile. You can always go back in and edit it and add to it, but have at least 2 lines of something that's really catchy to get people's attention. And then when you actually go to do your live, for those of you that haven't done them yet or haven't got much experience, you can actually use a button on the screen to be notified of your favourite people going live. So every time they go live, it will appear in people's news feeds. You need to encourage people to click on this, because it starts to get you more viewers then that are going to be watching your lives on a regular basis. And even if they don't watch you live while you're on, you will still be in their newsfeed to say Sarah Louise went live. So then they can then click on that later when they're on Facebook and then watch the rerun. So they're still bringing that person back to you, even if they're not watching you while you're actually live. So it's still connecting you all the time. Another way to connect with your audience is after you've uploaded your live video onto Facebook, you can get the link URL along the top. You can then copy and paste this into your email list. If you have an email list where you connect with all of your leads, you can then send this out to people to say that you've been live. You can even put in the content of your email you know, that you would love them to interact on the Facebook Live, because even if they watch the rerun, they can still comment on the Facebook Live. The more comments you get on a Facebook Live and a Facebook video, the more Facebook think, oh, this is popular, and then they send it out to more people's news feeds. Now, the algorithm changed recently, and they're now even showing content like tomorrow that was posted on Facebook today that is popular. So if you did a Facebook video today and it got lots of comments and lots of interaction, it would even appear on people's news feeds as long as tomorrow. So don't underestimate the power of getting people to interact on your videos. So even if people aren't watching you live, you can still ask a question to say, you know, you can ask them to comment with emojis. You can say, you know, if you're really enjoying this content, send me a heart. If you're getting value from this, put the number 7 in the post. You know, you can do these things where you're talking to your audience, but you don't actually have to look at the comments while you're talking. I never look at my comments while I talk because it distracts me. But I always go back in afterwards and I read them all, because sometimes I have to block and delete things that people have been a bit disrespectful, but also it means I can then engage with my audience afterwards and follow up with them all. Anyone that wants to actually reach out and find out more information, I can then take to my inbox, which means I'm communicating with just them on my own. But also it means that if they're taking the time to watch your live and interact and comment, the least you can do is go back in and actually show gratitude and thank them. You know, and the ones that are adding value and something that's actually worth commenting back to, then actually reply back on the video. Because if you have 10 comments on a video and you then go back in and reply 10 messages, Facebook then see 20 messages on a live. So straight away you've actually doubled your comments. So the thing is it's a really good way to interact with your audience. And some people that don't have the confidence to send something to your inbox directly, sometimes people will reach out to you on a live because they're waiting for you to make the first move. So not everybody's got confidence enough to approach you direct in your inbox, but they've got the confidence to put a nice comment on, say, like a Facebook Live or a Facebook post. So they're really wanting you to make the first move and reach out. So this is why, again, you can be, you know, very powerful in a Facebook Live. So regarding the content of a Facebook Live, if you want to use Facebook Lives to generate sales and generate leads into your business, you 100% can, but you need to be doing it in a way where you're not coming across pitchy and salesy. You have to be seen to be adding value first. You have to be bringing something, you know, of value to educate them to start with, for them to warm and like you. You don't want to just be going in with like a hard sell, because that's not what Facebook's all about. It's all about adding value and benefiting people. But then at the end of a video, you need to do like a call to action. So if you've been talking about something specific and then you want people to reach out to you, before you finish the live, you need to say, if you want to find out more information, put the word more info. You need to be very clear to your audience exactly what you're wanting them to do. If you were promoting, say, like a webinar, for example, you could talk about the webinar or a training that you're doing, and then you could ask them to comment if they want to find out more. What this is doing is it's taken you, 10 minutes to do a video, and then by all these people commenting in the comments below, they're then organic leads that you've created for absolutely free. It's taken you 10 minutes to do a video. You're able to put it on Facebook to be seen in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. If you've got a YouTube channel, then you can then send it to there. You can send it to your Facebook marketing email list. Think how many people are actually going to see your video, and it's actually only taken you 10 minutes to do it. Then you'll find that as long as you're talking sense and you're adding value and you're giving a message of what you actually want to say, then you're going to generate so many leads from this, which then means that people will then start to have conversations with you. You're building up rapport, but you're getting sales. I mean, I'm getting $1,000 and $3,000 sales on Facebook just from doing Facebook Lives. And I'm not even doing a hard sell on them. I'm literally actually adding value and helping people. But yet people are connecting with me because of how I am. And then they therefore want to join my business. So don't underestimate the power of doing these lives. And you don't even need to be even necessarily talking about the actual business or how much it costs or the compensation plan. You don't even need to be impressing people with the money. What you need to be doing is impressing people with you. You need to be getting people to buy into this. This is the brand. You're selling yourself, you're selling your benefits, and you're making people fall in love with you because of what you can actually do for them. So the more you can get that across in your lives, you don't be afraid to talk about pains and struggles that you've had. But did you notice I said had, not have? Don't start sharing your, sob stories or, your struggles, or if you're going through something personal in your life, don't put it all over Facebook. Talk about it once you've overcome it. But no one's going to approach you regarding business if they think that you're going through, like a hardship, or if they're thinking that you're emotional. They want to join someone that is strong and somebody that's going to help them. If they feel like you're emotional or that, you're going through difficult times, they're not going to approach you because there's too much competition out there. So if you've overcome something, like when I've overcome like stress and anxiety, I can talk about that now because I've overcome it and my business has helped me to overcome it. So by me talking about that, it shows other people that by doing self-development daily and adjusting your mindset, it completely transforms your way of thinking. Then when you transform your way of thinking, the world is yours and you can do whatever you want. So I've talked about something that's very personal to me that has been a struggle, but now no longer is. So I can show people how I overcome that. But I've talked about it openly and alive, so don't be afraid to show, the things that you've had difficulties with, because a lot of people will connect with you and go, oh, that's me, I've struggled with that, or, oh, I'd love to think I could overcome that. You don't have to be seen as Little Miss Perfect. People are expecting you to be like a TV presenter. It doesn't matter if you cock up and you get a bit stuttery or you forget your words. They're not looking for perfection. They will admire every single one of you that has the guts to do a live, because it is still a daunting experience. Because if your Facebook profile is set to public, which it should be if you're in business, the whole world can watch your live. And I know someone was leaving angry emojis on this while I've done it today, and it's just, some people are just immature and some people are just jealous. But the thing is they try and ruin it for other people. So this is why when I'm talking, I don't read the comments, because some people are just malicious and some people just can't bear watching someone's success. So they try and think that by being immature and being nasty on social media, they can try and bring you down. But I just rise above it, because the block and delete button just gets rid of them. You don't have to even think about them. It's just like they're gone. So this is why I say, when you're new to doing lives, don't put yourself under so much pressure to try and talk and read the comments. But what you can do at the end of a video is, when you finish talking, you can then do a Q&A if you want to. You can say to people, is there anything you'd like to ask me? Is there anything I can help with? Did you enjoy the video? You can actually ask questions. But if you don't have a very big audience that's actually watching you live, and there's only one or two, there's not going to be many people like responding to you for you then to get a conversation going. So you're actually better off really to just talk, give the value of what you actually wanted to say, then at the end give people the option to comment if they want to, and then afterwards, once you've loaded it up, you can then go back in and respond to them. So I just hope that there's been sort of some helpful tips here. But if you're unsure what to talk about in your lives, you have to think about what you're doing this for. Why did you join the business? What do you want it to achieve for you? If it is regarding money, it's not just about, oh, I want to get rich, I want to have loads of money. Do you want to be mortgage free? Do you want to buy a new car? Is there a specific holiday destination that's on your bucket list that without this job you'd never ever be able to afford to go? That's the difference. No one wants to think of you as a bragger, of, oh, I want to earn this and I'm going to earn that and I drive this and I live here. No one's interested in that. What they're going to love is watching your hustle or watching you grow, and then for you to say, oh, I started off with this, but then since I joined this business, 3 months later I've now got this, 6 months later I'm striving for this, at Christmas I want to do this. Share what your drive is and your passion daily. Talk about openly, you know, if you're taking the kids to Disney World, for example, with the money that you're generating from your business, and every month you're putting a little bit away into that pot, do a live about it. Talk about how you're super excited about the fact you're going to take your kids to Disney World, and say, because of this amazing new business I've joined, I'm now taking my kids to Disney World. I should be able to take them in 6 months' time. So, you know, follow my journey and see me. So then once, by the time you're at Disney World, you're not just posting up the pictures, you've got all these people that have followed your journey, and then they're going to be looking at you thinking, oh, I'd love to take my kids there, I wish I could do that with my grandkids. You're then connecting with your audience that are going to watch you and think, wow, do you know, she did it? You know, she got to Disney World. They've seen you from wanting to get there to actually getting there, rather than you just posting up a picture once you're there going like, hi, you know, people want to see you get there. So if you want to pay off a credit card or something, you know, personal finances are very, very sensitive to talk about. I'm not expecting you to talk about your finances online, but if you say to people, you know, in 6 months of joining this business, I've been able to pay off half my debt. No one knows how much in debt you are. No one knows personally what you owe to who. But you're still talking about how your business has helped you get out of this situation. You know, if you get a new car, don't be worried that people are going to be jealous. Get a nice photograph of you at the garage with your car, with your new car keys in your hand. Be proud because you've achieved that. You know, whatever you do, you've achieved it. You know, if you go on holiday and you can afford to go to somewhere nice, you know, if you go on holiday or you go out for the day and it's all being paid for by the money from your business, share it. You know, this is why when I go on holiday, I even post pictures at the airport. You know, if I've been able to fly business class because of my business, I'm proud of that because I've been able to afford to do that. The ones that look at you and think, oh, you're bragging because you're flying business class, are not your people. And the reason why is because they're in a negative mindset. So they're jealous of you, where the people that are in a positive mindset will be inspired by you. And they're the people that are going to do business with you. And they're the ones that are going to connect with you and comment on your profile. So the ones that are going to be jealous of you and are the negheads and the ones that are in a negative mindset, just block them out like they don't exist, because they are never ever going to be the people that will buy from you. They're never going to be the ones that will support your posts, and they're just not your tribe. So don't worry about them, because they'll just be so jealous of your success, they'll stop following you anyway and they'll unfriend you. What you need to be doing is connecting with those that empower you and love you and support you. It's like there's two women that have had a huge impact on my life since I started in business, as in network marketing and affiliate marketing. One lady's called Jamie and the second lady is called Kiara. I'm not in business with either of them, but both of them have had a massive, massive positive impact on me and my life, and I'll be forever grateful. And the more we can empower other people that have actually had an impact on us, that we haven't even necessarily spent any money with, or they haven't spent any money with us. But if you can actually empower people and appreciate people that have had an impact on your, on your life, then, you know, people should be reaching out and thanking people, because like me doing these videos, I don't have to do them. I'm doing them to help you, but I'm not getting paid to do this. That's the difference. So I'm doing it to connect with my audience, to build trust. But if people are going out of their way to do these regularly to help you, then at least, you know, when you're showing gratitude of thanks and, you know, giving feedback, or if it's had an impact on your life and it's made a positive result, reach back out to that person and say, you know, because of you, I've done X, Y, Z, because then they will love to hear that. You know, it's a testimonial to them. So I hope this has given you some tips and, you know, some help with your lives. But if you haven't done a live yet, you know, start practicing at home with your pre-recorded videos. Do like 7 or 10 in a row, you know, watch yourself, delete it, do another one, do another one, do another one. Because you'll grow in confidence by just recording yourself, watching yourself and deleting it. You'll actually get rid of that fear that you've got. A bit like if you had to stand on stage in front of an audience, it makes you feel fear. But by you keeping doing it, you actually will step out of your comfort zone. And the only person that's been watching it has been you. So when you actually come to then record a video and put it on Facebook, you won't even feel nervous. And I wish I'd done all of this first, rather than feeling the pressure to do a live and really cocking it up and being just shocking to start with. But I wish I'd known this, which is why I reach out to people and say, don't push yourself on a live first. Do a pre-recorded video first. Watch yourself back. Build up your confidence first until you know what to talk about. But I never plan what I'm going to say, but what I do plan is a topic. So if you know of a topic you're going to talk about, make sure it's something that you know what you're talking about and you're passionate about, then just let it flow. Don't try and have a script, don't try and plan. Just literally think, right, today I'm going to talk about mindset. Right, today I'm going to talk about weight loss. Today I'm going to talk about confidence. And then just literally just let it flow. Because the more you don't plan and the more you just talk to the camera like you're talking to your best friend. Don't imagine that you're talking to an audience on Facebook, because you'll just absolutely like pap yourself. Just pretend that the camera is just like your best friend. You're just chilling, you know, you're having a cup of tea, sat on the sofa. It's all just low key. Just don't put yourself under so much pressure that you're going to start to freak yourself out, because no one's expecting you to be perfect. I'm far from perfect, but I don't ever want to be perfect. I'm just striving for progression. And then that's all that everybody should be striving for, just improvements every single day. So, you know, just step out of your comfort zone like a little bit and do these pre-recorded videos, and then please reach out to me in my inbox and tell me how it's gone. I'd love to hear some feedback from those of you that have tried it. So have a great day, guys, and thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.